Boom. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Let's pause for a minute. Lewis Hamilton finishes 10th. That's shitty. Canada qualifies for the World Cup finally since 86. I mean, I'm Uruguayan, but I live in Canada, so I got to cheer for that. Ozzy and myself just finished doing our first show, and man, was it fun as hell. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Newbieverse. This is episode 86, co-hosted by Mr. Comic Ozzy. Now, before I bring him in, I just want to give out a big shout out, just simply because I know he's probably going to give a shout out, but I want to give a big shout out to everybody who attended today in Mississauga. That show was awesome. Got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes. So that was like super dope to see, got to know a few vendors a little bit better. So that was so dope. Great deals everywhere. Everyone had a blast. Everybody who approached our booth, took a picture, said hi. Dude, thank you so much, man. I didn't think it was going to be, I knew it was going to be fun. I just didn't know I was going to have that much fun. So I appreciate it, man. Made some friendships, for sure. So, yeah, let's get the show started, man. I'm going to bring in my co-host, Mr. Comic Ozzy. You guys know him. He's got so much going on YouTube. You definitely need to know his name. What's going on, Ozzy?
Sleeping.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man.
What's going on?
Yeah, we both like crashed hard when we got home, and then I had to call you, be like, "Hey, man, you ready to go?" Yeah. But dude, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. Yeah, same with you. I was excited and relieved at the same time. Excited because everything that happened today, and relieved. It was a bit stressful leading up to it and everything. Yeah, getting ready and then getting there, and it was but I'm happy we did it, and it was a ton of fun. So
yeah, it's one of those things. Like when I got home, like my wife was like, "Why are you so tired? Like, didn't you just sit there, like stand there?" And it's like, yeah, but like at the same time, it's like just the not nerves, but like the adrenaline rush, and it's like our first show, and you want to talk to everybody and people coming up, and like it's just one of those things. And man, I had a blast. I will do it again 10 times over. I think the next show is like Burlington, April 17th, and then back at the place in Mississauga, May 29th. Ozzy, I don't know about you, man, but I'm going to be vending at that show. So
definitely I'll go back to the one in May for sure. Yeah.
I think that was a lot of fun. So I definitely like to do it again, man. But dude, sure. Comic Vet, Sam Rock, RP, Dave Mason, Tim,
roll call. Yes.
Peter versus Comics, TKO, fuck, I know I'm missing a few more, man.
I think he just jumped into the Peter Thornton as well.
Brandon, Pete, man, it was a good time. Speaking of Brandon, guys, Back in Time Comics, okay? Back in Time Comics.
It was fun to hang out with him today.
Yeah, dude. I honestly, if you missed him or didn't know who Brandon was at Back in Time Comics, again, I'm going to show off the stickers. Back in Time Comics. If you guys didn't know who Brandon was, he was the guy in that neon pink shirt who was having a blast. Every time I looked at the guy, he was either laughing, having a great time. So big shout outs to him. Back in Time Comics. I'm going to post his Instagram right here, and I want everybody to go follow. He's a great guy, especially if you're like in Southern Ontario and stuff like that. He is a great guy. He owns his own shop, but he is a good guy. So here is the Instagram. Tell him Newbie sent you. Back in Time Comics. He's almost at 600. So if you don't know, now you know. One of the things that I liked about what he did was, we were talking as buddies and dudes, and then we were talking as a customer and a shop owner. And I just really liked what he was saying about certain books and things like that. So, if you want to have a really good shop owner having your back and your pull list and all like that, not to say that there's many that don't, but if you really want a reliable one, this one is a really good one. So make sure you guys go check out Back in Time Comics, Mr. Brandon. So
he's also the guy you want to have at any party.
Oh yeah. 100%. I think he was driving Tim nuts, but, like Tim just, every time
it was funny.
It was funny, but dude, I gotta admit though, and Ozzy, I literally bought 2 books.
Yeah.
And they were both $2. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, they were $1 because it was at half price.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 2 books for $1. I don't know how it ended up in my $10 bin, but the same book that I bought for $1 ended up in my $10 bin, and it sold for $10. So that was like pretty funny. But dude, I didn't like the only thing is I didn't see anything that I wanted to buy, right? Like there was just a lot. I don't know. There wasn't that much Blade. There wasn't that much Iron Man. There was a little bit of Fantastic Four, but like just like the books that you would see like kind of anywhere for like the same price. So like there wasn't much that I was like, out there for. Is there anything that you maybe, looking back now a few hours after the show that like you missed or you regret not getting?
You know what? There was a couple of things I said to myself going in. I wanted to like see what we like in terms of like selling to get, and I wanted to like not just turn around and spend it. I kind of held back a little bit. There's a few books, but I was after, I told you I was after some Ghost Rider stuff. I only saw one that's, I kind of wanted, but it was like astronomically priced from a certain vendor. So, but other than that, I really, there wasn't much that I really kind of lusted after and wanted. So
it was, man, it was interesting.
We held back a little bit.
Yeah, I held back too. I do want to get into the comments, and I do want to say hello to people because there are some good comments from people that were at the show today. I just really want to give, just before, Razor Edge 2020. Newbie got a glimpse of Tail Suspense 39 today. Never saw him run so fast. Too bad it was Must Be. So what ended up happening?
There's two of them.
Yeah, there was two. So I'm at my booth, and I honestly, I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Razor Edge. I can't remember who it was, but somebody comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Noob, that guy over there's got a Tail Suspense." I literally just turned to Ozzy and go, "You got this." And then I literally just ran. Like I don't
even think you said that. You just like,
it's just like, "You got this." And then I went. It wasn't meant to be though. The price was a little high. He had a 2.0 and he wanted, I think, like 12.5 for it. Canadian. We couldn't work out a deal. So it is what it is. I mean, it'll come one day, but yeah, man, it was pretty funny. I'm glad you had a laugh about that, but it was a good show, man.
Yeah, it was a great show. The I guess the people who put on the show it was really good. Like it was well done, it's professional.
Yeah.
It was pretty seamless. So
yeah,
definitely
go. It was a little nerve-wracking though, Ozzy, and I'll admit it if you can't, but like the first 15-20 minutes of the show, like literally nobody came to our table, and I was like, oh fuck, man, like are we the new guys and this is like initiation or something? I was worried. And then 20 minutes later, the ball just kept rolling, and people were coming in and out, and yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. So
yeah, it was good.
I can't wait, man. All right, let's say hello to the chat. Mr. Comic Dude,
for sure.
20% of the Comic Kingpins in the house. He's taking home the gold. The Ancient One is taking home the silver. What is going on, Dave? Dan. David Mason, I'm a sloth, so I get bronze. What's going on, David? I want to appreciate I appreciate everything you did today. Watching our booth, David, hanging out, talking. You are a lot of fun to hang out with, and probably one of the nicest guys in the community. Definitely up there, man. You are definitely up in that top tier for me, man. So I appreciate it. You bought some books off me, you bought some books off Ozzy, so much appreciated.
Thank you.
Man. Zen's in the house. What's going on? Hernani. Uncanny Swag. NFT medal. Yeah, I mean, there's probably one, right? No medal for me, but I'll take a Final Four appearance. Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about college basketball. Oh, my God. Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, and Villanova. You know what? I don't like any of them. I'm going for Kansas. I don't know why. I just don't like the rest of them. Scott. Shout out to Canada qualifying for the World Cup for the first time since 86. Yeah, it's a huge thing, man. Huge thing. Comic Andy, what's going on, man? Looking forward to seeing the replay, dude. I appreciate you so much, man. He messaged me saying, "Oh, I get up early, so I can't watch." Hey, no problem, Andy. I appreciate you, man. Andy is one of those good guys in the community for sure. Mr. Tim, I'm impressed I'm not in bed yet. Let's go. What's going on, Empire? My man, what's happening, dude? Razor Edge is in the house. Miguel. Hello, Newbie, and hi to everyone in the chat. Hope you are doing well. Yes, sir. Rocksteady, my brother from Edmonton. What is going on? Mr. Surge. Hard Knocks. What's going on, man? Uncanny X.
Something's going on here.
Mr. Peter. What is happening, dude? Mr. Bleeker Comics. What's happening? My brother, Nemesis Prime, man. The Comic Con podcast. Make sure you guys go check it out. Also, make sure you guys go check out, if you're on Whatnot, Mr. Nemesis Prime, Mr. Justin. He's got a great thing going on over there, man. He just finished giving out his 1,000 follower on Whatnot thing, man. It was crazy. Good time. Cheap books, good books. Make sure you guys go check out Justin and what he's got going on over there, man. Great guy. Mr. Andre, what is going on? Uncanny Swag, Billy Bourne, my brother. RP's in the house. RP, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it, but he actually, we were talking, he actually just obtained like a big book. So I'm happy for him, man. And he didn't buy a book last week at Toronto Comic-Con, and it was there today because the same vendor was there. So, yeah, right? So he ended up buying it. So I'm happy for him there too, man. So
it's a nice book too.
Yeah, huge. Sam, what's up, brother, man? He came to visit us today. Great guy, man. Sam, I hope you found some books, dude. I know you were disappointed with Toronto Comic-Con last week, so I hope you found some books this week, man. It was a lot of fun seeing you, as always. Mr. Brandon Surge is in the house. Mr. North 49. Hey, the Comic Forge. What is going on, sir? Nicholas is in the house. Yeah, man. You know what? There was a lot of people there today. TKO, like I said, like I mentioned earlier today. Mr. Double A Comics, Mr. AOA, Matrix, Jamie. What's going on?
It's a full house tonight.
Yeah, man. It's a good time. So yeah, it's a good time, man. It's Sunday. It's new comic book day. Ozzy, I was talking about 2 books today a lot. I kept talking to anybody who asked or anybody who wanted to talk shop. I said, hey, new comic book day. There's 2 books that I think everybody should be looking out for. So yeah, it's a good time, man. It's a good week. Lots to talk about in the comic news portion for sure. There's going to be no spec, guys. Just to let you guys know ahead of time, just simply because prepping for this show all week, it just became a little crazy. So I had to kind of skip, but we do have some entertaining things to talk about, marketplace and news for sure. So let's get into it. This is episode 86. We're getting close to that 100. I'm going to be wearing a tux. Mr. Dave's collection. What is going on, sir?
I'll rent a tux too.
Yeah, why not, man? Let's do it.
I will rent it. I'm going to rent a pink tux.
My wife goes, my wife will always go and like all my shows, right? Like she doesn't necessarily watch them, but she'll go and give a thumbs up. And then today, as I was coming upstairs, she's like, what's 86? And I was like, the show. This is 86 Sundays in a row. And she's like, you've been doing this for 86 weeks? And I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, but it was just one of those things where I'm like, man, yeah, you start doing the math and you're like, damn, we've been doing this for a long time. So yeah. All right. Cool. Let's get into it, man. The Newbie versus here. I want to thank everybody who is tuning in and spending their Sundays with us, because you could be doing a million other things. So I appreciate you guys. So Newbieverse number 86. First up, we got to give some love to Big B Comics. 3 stores, 1 in Niagara, 1 in Barrie, and 1 in Hamilton. I've done the trifecta. Have you? Make sure you guys go check them out. Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff, because they might have some books that maybe you thought weren't coming. Didn't have them on your shelves. They got you. And they ship everywhere. Europe, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, wherever you want to go, wherever you live, they'll ship. Next up, we got my brother, Bleeker St Comics, $10 a press, $5 a clean. You guys already know he does great work. He's got big books that he's also handling, so don't be afraid to send big books, little books, whatever the case may be. He's got you covered. $10 a press, $5 a clean. Also, make sure you guys go check him out on his website, bleekerstreetcomics.com. Make sure, because he's got like 2,000 to 3,000 books. So there's a lot of books, all kinds of characters. Make sure you guys go check them out. All right, Ozzy. Are you ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
Hold on. I heard the Toronto Comic Book Show happening in June should be a good one too. So that one is supposed to be 100 vendors, supposedly. It's supposed to be a big show. June 26th, my birthday. We'll see. I might sell at that one. Maybe if Ozzy wants to do it or somebody, but
we'll have birthday celebration at the.
Yeah, that day is going to be, I don't know. I might be in like birthday mode, so I don't know if I want to sell, but definitely going to be at that show regardless, as a vendor or as just a buyer going. I'm definitely going to go. So yeah. All right, guys, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
First up, let's start off with DC, man. So we got 3 number 1 alerts. So we got Sensational Wonder Woman special number 1. I got to admit, I'm not really a big Wonder Woman fan. Today, Ozzy, you kind of changed my thinking about some of the older ones.
Yeah.
You had some really good Wonder Woman, like old books that I was like, man, these are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Some of the art is pretty good too.
Right? And then I saw this cover and I'm like, I mean, you know, hey, what's going on? But the big one here, and I was talking about it today, is Batman Beyond the White Knight. Apparently there's been something to do with the printings, but cover A is the one that you want. I don't know if there's a first appearance in it. I would assume possibly, if I had to say, maybe 75% sure. But there's something going on with like the print run or the fact that they messed up something with cover B. I don't know. But I just know that cover A is the one to get. If you've watched Simpleman's Comics over there, he posted a few things about it. But definitely, I wouldn't be opposed to picking up one of those Batman Beyonds. I know I have one put aside for me. Ozzy, have you got any put aside for you?
You know what? This week there's not a lot of. I don't have any books put aside, but I'm definitely going to be grabbing this cover A. And I was going to try and grab because I missed FOC in it, but the ratio on this is pretty cool. And
What's the ratio? Is it 1 in 10 or 125?
I'm going to say it's a 1 in 25, but I could be wrong. But it's a pretty cool ratio.
Yeah. So Scott 5. That's what I'm going to call you because I don't want to say Scott. Unless that's on your birth certificate, then I'll respect that, sir. But Scott 5 saying Batman Beyond the White Knight has a very limited number of printings for cover A due to a printing error. FYI, as per the writer of the book. Yes. So that is what happened. Yeah. So if you actually can get your hands on it, it's probably a good thing. Also, I'm also already that doesn't make any sense. Also, I am hearing that there is a second printing in the works already. So you already know that it's going to be sought after to go and get this one. I could probably see this book being a $25 book on Wednesday just for that fact, maybe a bit more, but definitely, even if you don't like the story and you just want a quick flip, here you go. This is the perfect book to do that with. So definitely something I would pick up. I'm picking it up.
Yeah, for sure. Same here.
I usually don't say that about DC, but you know, hey, when you're drinking Bud Light Lime, you know, crazy things are said. The White Knights minis have been great read. Yeah.
Cool.
Sam saying, so excited for Batman Beyond the White Knight. I already added it to my pull list and at the comic book store. That's good. Sam, good pickup, man. Good pickup. All right. And we're actually showing no love to Shadow War Alpha there. So much going on in this cover. It is just simply a pass to me, but definitely a number one. Ozzy, do you know anything about it? Are you?
I don't know. I want to say I think I read somewhere there was a first appearance, but I'm not 100% sure. Someone could probably correct me. But I think
there's a villain. Yeah, there's a and shout outs to BC for that Comic Kingpin over there. He was the one that actually gave me that information. So big shout outs to him.
Nice.
All right, we've got Zombie Robots 1. Now there's a few covers for this. This is kind of interesting. But I mean, what do people love more than robots? Zombies. What do people like? Always zombies. So, I mean, you kind of add both of them together, and what do you get? You get this. Now, I'm not a fan of, I like white covers, but Ozzy, we've had this conversation, man. I don't like when it's just like prompt and then there's like nothing. FF67, Captain America, I think 111 or Avengers 111. I can't remember. It's just that Captain America in all white. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in this one. I'm not going to lie to you, just simply because of the concept and where this could possibly go.
The cover B looks really cool.
Yeah, I was going to say the cover B looks really good, and there's a few other ones, but, you know, I don't know. I think I just grabbed cover A for this week.
Yeah, I'm not I'm kind of intrigued, paring back, like I said, on some of the things, but who knows? If I can't find some other books, maybe I'll just grab it to give it a read. But there are some white books that I've kind of liked over the years, and the one that just recently is that Moon Knight Raza. Like that that's a pretty killer white book. Like, man,
where is that book now though? Like
I don't know, no idea. But that's a killer. That's a huh?
I got one copy the day of release.
I just have one copy
sold.
Too. Yeah,
it sold for like $40, but now, like, I mean, you could probably get it really cheap.
Yeah,
like
I still have mine.
Yeah. Mr. Ultra Maximus is in the house. What's going on, man? How are you, sir? I am loving what you're doing on YouTube, man. Keep it up, man. If you guys know Ultra, that is great. Keep watching him. If you don't know, you're missing out. If you guys think I'm good at what I do, this man is
he's a beast. He's
a beast, man. He's a beast. Print runs, variants, all that stuff.
Everything.
Ultra is the man. There's sometimes where I literally like just screenshot some of the things he's talking about, and then I just have them in my phone. So when I go hunting, Ultrabook. That's all I do, man.
So I like tuning into the show sometimes when he's doing some of the variants for Dynamite. And it's like cover A, cover B, and it's like cover Z.
Cover H2.
Cover
M.
Z4.
Yeah, but he does a really good job at what he does, man. You know, he puts a lot of work into it because he loves this stuff. So definitely make sure you guys go check out Ultraman. I consider him a friend. I mean, if I was, you know, around him, I'd be buying him a beer. Hopefully he'd be buying me a beer, but you know, he's that kind of guy, man. Really solid dude. So I sell a few of those Moon Knight Roz books on my Every Whatnot auction. Yeah, he did.
Cool.
And make sure you guys go check out Empire, man. He's got his Whatnot. He's been helping me. Him and Justin Nemesis Prime have been helping me with my Whatnot stuff as I'm prepping to do my first show tomorrow. So big love to those guys, man. All right. Rogue Sun number 2. Now, you know how we feel about number 2 sometimes. They're shitty. No. Sometimes, you know, you get more of like, say, a first appearance or anything like that. But again, the story is really interesting. This is what, you know, Comic Dude, BC are talking about when it comes to this book. But, you know, obviously it's the spinoff from Radiant Black. That's been kind of a good success. It's a mini series. I'm pretty sure that's what BC said. So not a bad idea to just pick them all up. You never know what characters are coming, especially if they option that property or whatever, but not a bad book to get, man. I passed on this one this week.
Yeah,
I'm just not picking it up, but yeah. Did you pick up number 1?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I usually on issue 1s, I generally pick it up. Just, you never know. I see what's happening with it. And then if it starts catching some heat, then yeah. And if it's a good read, then I'll continue. But
Kenneth, what is going on, sir? Tim, Ultra probably does better than Mendoza. Yeah, he does. He does. I have terrible taste when it comes to Dynamite picks of the week, man.
It's just funny because there's so many like variant covers. It's just,
oh my god, yeah.
It must be like so much work for him to get it all together.
Chimo, what's going on, man? All right. Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 1. Ozzy, you were just talking about number 1s, but this is definitely one of those cool covers. It obviously has that something is killing the children vibe, right? With the art and everything like that. Not necessarily sure about a first appearance, but let's take a look at that price tag. $9.99.
Wow, it must be a thick book.
$9.99, man. So yeah, thick book. $11, $12 Canadian. That's a lot. I'm passing on it. Are you picking it up? Just, you know,
you know what? There was another Buffy book that was not too long ago. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It was just from my era. I'm more than likely I'll grab it just because. More of a nostalgia thing than anything else.
The last Buffy book that I picked up was I think it was like 2 years ago when they introduced that the new Slayer or whatever. There was like a new girl. That was pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't think I've ever picked up a Buffy book in my life. Hard pass, North 49 says. New universe, not related to Whedon. Oh, okay.
Okay.
But $9.99, man. That's where I'm kind of like, Speaking of, Something is Killing the Children, number 21. I mean, this needs no introduction. Obviously, if you're on the run or if you missed out earlier runs, you're definitely going to want to pick this up just to finish it off, right? Like, this is Something is Killing the Children. It's probably one of the hottest things in the past 2 years, still going. Everybody keeps talking about it, but definitely a book to have. I didn't put it in this in the slides for the show today, but if you actually take a look at the other printings for this, it goes back to that like Jenny Frizen, you know, the face shots and everything, but with like the bandana or whatever she's got. It looks pretty sick, man. So I don't know if there's any significance, any first appearance, whatever with this book, right? But just on the art alone and the book, I would recommend grabbing one of those for sure.
I'm gonna try and grab one of the Frizen variants. Probably not the higher ratio ones, but I'm a big fan when she does that in this series. Also because, you know, they're coming, I think, when did they stop? September? And they're coming back. I think they stopped in September-ish. And then this is
I thought they stopped like earlier and then they came back. And
could be wrong. I don't know. I think they stopped late summer or something like that.
Stop.
And
I
they're
remember
coming
they
back,
stopped
so
at 16. They stopped at at 15,
no.
and then they came back, right? That was like
But,
last year.
but I think I'm gonna try and grab it if my LCS has it and it's
Yeah.
not too crazy priced. So
It's not a bad idea, man.
because I have a couple of issue ones, the Frizzen variants, the one with her knife, and I'm just a fan of the series. It's great. It's a great series. So yeah, probably grab it.
All right, we got another number one. We got Unlimited X-Men. You got this Wolverine thing kind of in the middle of space. I don't know. It's a weird cover, to be honest with you. Definitely a pass, but it is a number one. What are your thoughts, Ozzy? I don't want to add too much into this myself because it's a pass and I'm not really up to speed with what's going on here. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to say a pass too because I have no idea what's going on. I'm a Wolverine fan and I actually don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. This is like a weird ass cover though. Like I feel like there's way too much going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it has some significance within the story, but
like those green and yellow cups and then the green debris and the whatever and the red, like I don't know, man. It's just a little too much for me. I'm okay with it being a pass, man. Just like the comic kingpins always say, Jomo. All right, we got a big one this week, or as the community is saying, this is the one that you really want to get. So we all know Gleason does what Gleason does. Look at the cover. It's going to be a tough 9.8. Even if you think you have a 9.8, it's possible that it might not be a 9.8 just simply because of everything going on here with just, off the black there and stuff like that. But we got a first appearance here. So it's a first appearance of, and if I pronounce it properly, which I probably won't, it's like first appearance of Cladichism or Cladichism, something like that. Definitely the cover to get is this one. Ozzy, I didn't put any aside, but it is Spider-Man, so there's probably going to be a lot of covers. What are your thoughts, man? Did you pick any of these up?
I think it's pronounced Chasm.
Chasm. What did I say?
Cataclysm.
Yeah, close enough, man. Close enough.
Potatoes. You know what? I have been a Gleason fan for a while, and I'm gonna pass on this one. Like, yeah, the story's not good, so it's a pure cover buy, and I have a couple of some of his the earlier Webhead stuff, so I'm fine with that. This I remember seeing it the day it came up on his website because he does exclusive releases. He does signed copies, he does virgin variants. I remember seeing it and I was like, usually I'd be like, oh, let me grab a copy, signed copy. But I was just like, no. Yeah.
Yo, I love
everybody there. Everybody in the chat is like,
I love hanging out with you guys. I really do. I love hanging out with every single one of you. Oh my gosh. Man, pretty soon. Yeah. And yeah, Dave, that is actually correct. So if you actually look on the teeth there, it actually spells out the name.
He usually what he also does is he hides his logo in all of his drawings. So he gives like a 1 to 10 rating of how hard it is to find, which is kind of cool. So.
Yeah. If there's one there, I think I might pick it up. I mean, let's be real. It's Spider-Man. It's a first appearance.
No, it's the last issue too, isn't it?
Ooh,
I think it's it's the last issue of Spider-Man 2 until they pick up the new one. So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, odds are there's probably going to be one at a shop. I'm not going to.
They're going to print. They're going to print the hell out of this thing.
Yeah. Right? So. We knew Ben wasn't going to stay Spider-Man for the 60th, and honestly, Ben as Spider Carnage was the height of the story. Yeah, so I'm kind of happy that I missed it and didn't spend that money. It's the first appearance of Abomination. Is that a joke? I don't know.
It's a joke.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm like I don't think that's true, but definitely gonna be a tough book for sure. All right. Now, this is not the art for it, but when I was doing this was obviously what was there. But this is probably from a flip standpoint. I mean, depending on how that Batman does and that Spider-Man, I think this is probably, up there, probably the top 3 books for sure this week. So we got the first appearance of Venus. Now, if you look at what Jenica's doing, I mean, Jenica 9.8 is like still $600 Canadian, somewhere around there, $400 to $600. Venus, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I came to Canada, there was a show on Fox. The Ninja Turtles, and Venus was actually part of that group. She is finally coming here. Her first appearance. I'll admit, I got 5 copies. I ordered 5 copies on FOC. BC ordered, I think, like 10. He got the 1 in 10, which I don't like the 1 in 10. I think it's like really weird, but just if you missed out on this one, it's a shame because, you know, this could be a really good one. I'm thinking about sending one to CGC. And then I don't know what I'll do with the other ones, but definitely a book that I would get if you guys are, you know, not aware of this book. Ozzy, did you pick any up? What are your thoughts here?
So I'm gonna say again, I've been so busy trying to prepare for the show today that I kind of left all that FOC stuff behind. But after, you know, chatting with you today and hearing, I'm a fan of Eastman's artwork, so I'm gonna try and grab that copy that I think he did 2 covers. I'm not 100% sure, but there's one that's I think Venus is on the cover. It's like an orange. I don't know if you saw that one. Yeah, maybe you're not a fan of that one, but I like that cover.
I don't know if that's the one I'm thinking of.
Could be. It's pretty cool. I like that cover. So, we'll talk about that one because I'll make him talk about that one.
Okay, whoa,
Hard Knocks.
I don't think I have it on, but yeah, we'll definitely talk about it.
Okay.
Andre, do you like Amazing Spider-Man 93 1 in 25? I haven't seen the 1 in 25 to be honest with you. But I mean, it's you know, like Rocksteady said, right? Like a first appearance is never really less than $5, so less than cover. I could see it being a hot book. Again, it just depends on what you want for it, right? I mean, if you're looking at it as a book that you maybe just want to flip, I mean, I think it's a smart buy. First appearances in Spider-Man, right? But if it's a PC book, I mean, I wouldn't spend an arm and a leg because down the road, if it's just a nothing character and he's not used, then you could probably find it cheap, right? So
I'm gonna say, Andre, yes, I do like that cover. I would buy that over all the rest of them. The 125. I'm just looking at it right now.
Any more important than Lita? A bit of nostalgia associated with her, but I don't think it will reach anywhere close to Jenica heights. I think a 9.8 would reach maybe 200 Canadian. Just a thought, like I'm just throwing it out there. I do think that maybe a 9.8 could reach like maybe 200 Canadian.
Look what Ultra just said.
Venom as Spider-Man.
Damn. I have no idea what that, but yeah, but like I'm buying 20 copies. No.
Shit. Now I gotta go and call my guy Ian and wake him up. That is interesting, yeah. I mean, anything's possible, right? I mean,
yeah.
Wow. Jeez. Truth bomb. All right. Ozzy, talk about the Hulk. What is it? Hulk Grand Design by Jim Rugg.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of those guys. The guys over at Comic Kayfabe, they do some really good work. If you're not tuned into the show, they highlight artists all the time. Great channel. But this Hulk Grand Design is pretty cool. I think it's a culmination of a bunch of Hulk stories into one. Some pretty cool artwork as well done by those guys. They're he's from the team that did Red Room. Some people are not a fan of that. I am. So keep a lookout for it. I think Frizen did a cover as well, but there's some pretty cool stuff. Yep. It's just, if you see it, it's a little expensive. I think it's shade under $10, but I think everything that's gone into it might be kind of worth it. But I'm definitely going to be picking it up.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And again, guys, you know, don't feel forced to buy anything, right? There's always another week. You know, there's always things like that. So if you miss out on something, don't force yourself to buy something you don't want. Always look for the next week. Next week, you know, I think it's next week. I'm 90% sure it's next week. But Black Panther 5, you know, that homage to Ultimate Fallout 4 is coming out. You know, that thing is going to go nuts. So, you know, if you don't like anything that's coming out this week, just hang on. There's always next week. 40 years of Hulk condensed into 2 issues.
Yeah.
This
is the second issue. This is the second issue.
Yeah.
So
definitely not Morbius, Red Goblin, and Queen Goblin. Yeah. You're next. What's going on, man? How you doing? All right. If Tim's still here, let's go on to the Dynamite pick of the week. If you're new to the channel, this is just to show some love to one of the covers that I like. Just simply, we want to show some love to Dynamite because, well, I say we. I mean me. I picked this one. Like I don't want the guys to be dragged in with me if it's a terrible pick. But yeah, just show some love to Dynamite. It's just simply a cover that catches my eye for whatever reason. But this week's Dynamite pick of the week, I know it's a $50 book. We got Jennifer Blood #6, cover K. So make sure if you're going to your shop, you tell them, hey,
cover K. Wow.
I need cover K. I don't need cover A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I want to talk about low print runs.
Cover K. So I don't know what's going on with the print run, but this one just had me going. I'd looked twice. So yeah, definitely a Dynamite pick of the week for me. They have so many to choose from. Oh fuck, I know. Nova #1 going to go Nova. TKO Collectibles, man. What is going on? All right, let's get into some comic news now, guys. I do have to add something at the end of this. If you've been following, you know what? I'm not even going to ruin it. Let's just get into this, and then we can probably get into it. Because I don't think a lot of people know what's going on. It just happened maybe like 2 hours ago, but it's a game changer. And no, I am not going back to school for English. All right, first up in the comic news, we've got Kraven the Hunter set photos. So we're getting our first look at the Spider-Man villain for the show. They are filming. I didn't even know they were filming, man.
I didn't know.
I honestly thought that they just casted 2 people and then that was it. And then we were going to wait, but they're actually filming right now. They're getting the ball rolling, which leads me to think spin-off connected to something going on here. But I'm excited for this. Obviously, Kraven is really good. This also should be one of those, because if you don't want to miss out on FOMO, if you don't want to, point the finger when Kraven is in our face and you're like, oh, I missed it. Oh, these damn dirty flippers. Well, guess what? This is your opportunity to go get anything Kraven, because outside of ASM 15 and like the Kraven's run, I mean, everything else is like kind of still under the radar for the price wise. So if you're looking for, flips and that, I mean, this is your opportunity, because they're already filming and having things, set. So be careful, because you know how it is. More things get leaked out and things like that. So just saying, this is your warning, right?
Can I show something really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a kid's show, so no nudity.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry. Those days are long gone. This is one of the cooler books that I'd found.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful. I know it's not first, but it's just a great.
What is the other one that I've talked about it for a while? It's a white cover. He's on the front. He's kind of got his hands on his hips, and then Spider-Man's like behind him or something. It's a white cover.
He's got the main happening. Yeah,
I think that one's another one that's a great iconic cover for Kraven.
I'm not saying these books are cheap, but it's just like there's some really iconic books.
Yeah.
Of Kraven.
But definitely stuff to like pick up, like Kraven. If you know that they're already doing this, I mean, it's just a matter of time, and then people are going to freak out, right? So
there's a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, all his the Last Hunt, like it's super cheap, and you can find them in back issue bins, and the covers are amazing. It's a great story. Like you can find those all day long. So stuff like that. Like it doesn't have to be like super big key books, but yeah, you're right. Like people can pick up stuff. I think this is going to be awesome.
I do too.
But I think it's just a small cog in the bigger picture of what they're doing.
Yeah, right? I think so too. I think they're going to probably set him up, right? Like he's probably going to be like the good guy and then turn or whatever. But like I think that they're really just going to focus on that. And then maybe at the end, the cliffhanger will be like something Spider-Man or, something like that. But yeah, definitely interested in this. This is one of those things that, the time's ticking, because if photos are already leaking, it's just a matter of time before we get like different actors or like costume scene and things like, so like, Kraven stuff, it's kind of running out. So get it now. All right.
Yes.
I have not seen the movie. I have not seen the movie, but I saw, I think Justin was the one. Shout out to Nemesis Prime. Justin was the one who posted it. Like,
excuse my language.
First, like I saw it on Justin's feed first. So like if you were first, anybody else was first, I apologize, but I just saw it on Justin's first. I saw this and I was like, oh my god, like that is fucking dope. But like the way he played, like, and he only says like what 10-15 words, and I was just like, oh holy shit, he looks more sinister. He looks more crazy. I kind of like it, man. I still haven't seen the Batman movie, so I gotta, kind of connect the dots with it. But if they're going the Joker route, damn, man, I feel bad for Jared Leto though.
This is on a whole other level. Like Jared Leto's Joker, it was good. This is on a like this brings out the psychopath. Like this is awesome. Like when I saw this little clip, oh my god, I was like, I had to see it 5 times because I was like, and when he does that line, he's like, "Oh, you thought they deserved to die," and then he starts laughing. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing.
The laugh was very
Oh
like
my
I had
God.
goosebumps. I was like,
It was like, yeah, but it was so well. Like I haven't seen the movie yet, but I think it's gonna fit within that feel, the whole feel of the movie. So
I just like how it's like they're going this dark route. I think this is like perfect. I think this is what DC needs. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I haven't even seen the movie yet. I'm still, lacking on that. But like, man, I gotta go see it. But I'm definitely looking forward to this. If they're listen, and I think everybody in here knows what's gonna happen. But the movie was a success, and then they dropped this. This has clearly a second movie coming.
yeah.
So I mean,
I know. Sorry, Scott. I know it was a deleted scene, but I think it was done intentionally this way in terms of introducing this. But yeah, it's so awesome.
Hey, it still got out, so who knows?
Yeah,
So we'll see, man. I'm interested to see if they play it, but this definitely has second movie written all over it, and
oh yeah,
yeah, they I don't think that they would have let this out just knowing the fact that it's Joker, one of the most iconic things, and it's still one of those touchy, it is a touchy subject when you bring that character up just because of what happened with Heath Ledger and everything like that. So like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. But clearly it looks like there's going to be I was going to say Venom 2, a Batman 2. So Sam saying it's a great movie. It's so different from any other Batman. 100%. It's really dark. That's what I like about it, man. I wonder if this ties into the new 52 Detective Comics with the doll maker. Interesting. I hope they go with Mr. Freeze. No more Joker for at least one flick. Hobbling Lives. I would love to see Mr. Freeze. I don't love the character, but I like the character. I like the villain. I think they did him no justice when they did it with Arnold. I think they could redo him really well. So I would love to see that. Plus, I really love Batman 121. I really like that cover. There is a 4-hour version of the movie, so maybe this is the scene they cut out. Yeah, go figure. All right. Morbius director says the Venom versus Spider-Man will soon be identified. So if you guys haven't seen this was on Twitter. Then a few people were posting it on social media on Instagram. But basically, somebody was saying, what universe is Morbius take place in? And they said Morbius lives in the same universe as Venom. This is the universe we saw Venom exit at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage. Horrible movie. And return to at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. That was a good movie. What are your thoughts here? Because this is something that, as comic readers, as comic lovers, whether you flip, you don't, you love, you buy, you sell, whatever the case may be, you just like the movie, you like the characters. This is a question that we've been asking ourselves for a very long time, right? Like, what universe are we in? What multiverse? What character? What this? It's coming soon, they say. They just said, it's in the same universe as Venom. So are they doing that on purpose? Do they want us to know? Are they dropping something? What's going on here?
I don't know. Going back to your love of the movie, Venom versus Carnage. I think I felt that they were too focused on what they were gonna do with the character at the end rather than taking care of the movie. They're like, okay, so we got to set him up in so he can be in, right? Rather than like paying attention to like the movie. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm a Venom fan, so I hope. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this actually. Like, I don't know how they're gonna tie these things in. Like,
so Morbius comes out on Thursday.
I know there's already some buzz about the post-credit scenes. whatever.
Have you
But
seen them? Have you? I don't know anything. I haven't read anything. I've stayed away from it. I'm trying to do it as much as possible.
when
I'm
I woke
sure.
up from my nap today, there was a couple things that I was groggy, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And then kind of walked into it. So I don't know. But I think, like, I mean, they're gonna be like they're using Tobey Maguire and all these, like actors in other ways as well. I don't know. There's a lot of balls moving in the air right now. So
That's not good. That's not good.
you know what I mean? Like how like it's such a huge iconic character, Venom. I hope they treat him with, the respect he should, like, moving forward. I know you're not the biggest fan, but
Listen, no. I like Venom. I really do, but I just think the movie is a joke. That's
of course, yeah. But I mean,
all, right?
I think it was rushed. I think it was all kinds of things. I think that's why it turned out the way it did. They just really didn't pay attention to it the way they should have. But which is sad for Carnage, because he should be a pretty kick-ass villainous character. He should be a psychopath, and it should have been rated R. But
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
that's neither
Carnage
here
should have
nor
been
there.
rated R.
R
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah,
So we'll see. I'm trying to stay away from all the, the spoilers and things like that. Obviously, being on social media,
it's hard.
it's bound to happen because, it is what it is. Like Spider-Man, I remember I didn't go on Instagram that Wednesday and that Thursday, right? Like, and it's not like it was hard. It's just like, it's hard in the sense that, like, people that I don't necessarily have their phone number and, I text through Instagram or something like that. Like, it's hard because then I got to go 2 days without, like, being like, hey, Hard Knocks, what's going on? Like, it's just, and I just chose a name, but like, it's hard for those reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully people don't ruin it, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
For
man.
Morbius, I'm not really.
Yeah. And unless it's like massive, I wouldn't care. So we'll see. But I think everybody knew that Tobey Maguire might possibly be in this. One of the Spider-Men was going to be in it. So
Right.
We'll see. All right. Huge. Wakanda Forever has finally finished filming. This is important because last week we reported that it was confirmed that Riri Williams was going to be in this movie. It is confirmed she will be in this movie. What direction they go, who knows? Who's Black Panther? Who knows? Is it Shuri? Who knows? That is probably the movie that has the biggest question marks, is this one right here. And I think that this one is going to be close to their pocket in the sense of when they release, like, you didn't see anything released like leaks, a photo or on set for this one. This one was like tight wrapped. I think this one is going to be the one that just doesn't have that, right? Is going to be tight. They're going to hold it close to the chest, and we probably won't know too much about this until leading up. Now the movie comes out in November, so pretty much for Black Panther you really have this summer. Now I could see a scenario where, what's the holiday in August or September? I could totally see them dropping like
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day. I could totally see them dropping something there. I don't think they'll drop something like, say, July. I think that's too far away, but I could be wrong. But this one's going to be close, man. This one's going to be the biggest question mark. Everybody wants to know who's going to be Black Panther, what way they go. So I don't know, but this is huge, man. It's finally finished. So let the answers and opinions start. Ozzy, are you excited for this? Does this matter to you?
Can I be honest without being judged?
Oh boy, here we go.
No, just in terms of what I think.
Let's hear it.
I'm like, we're all really excited for the Doctor Strange movie. I'm pretty excited for this new Black Panther movie because of what I hope is going to set up. And what that means is another favorite character of the Atlantean sort.
Gotcha.
So, and also I think it could be setting up another favorite character of the Savage sort. So I'm just saying that is what I'm hopeful. I'd like to see what they do with Black Panther for sure. I hope it continues. It should. It's such a, like, an important, iconic character. I'm curious to how they're going to do that. I'm more curious what they're going to paint in terms of the picture of everything else that's connected to Wakanda. And there's so much. So
I'm just interested, you know, like anybody, like how they close out or give the tribute to,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
Chadwick and where the story takes place, right? Like where are we starting when the movie starts?
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see. But I mean, with multiverse, anything could happen, right? A different Black Panther, maybe we get Red Panther, you know. I hope not. God, please hope
Pink
not.
Panther, I think he's
You
going to
know,
be making an appearance.
but you know, it is one of those. I just think, you know, this one I think is going to be really close to the chest. I don't think there's going to be a lot of leaks. I think if anything gets out for this one, I think Kevin Feige is going to have people's heads, man. I really do, because we didn't hear anything about, you know, any leaks, any cast, nothing. It was really close. So I don't know. My pick is still Michael B. Jordan.
Kill Panther
is going to be doing something. Killmonger, I like something. There's a reason why he was in the What If series.
Yeah.
They chose that route, you know, like there's just so many things. So I think that that's going to be it. If you look at the season 2 for What If, they've already made like an image, I guess, with the characters. He's on it, and he's like part of the team with like Captain Carter and all that. So like, I don't know. I'm just thinking it could be that route. It's easy to do that. So who knows? Cool. Killmonger is the blue chip now, it feels. Yeah. And a lot of heat's going on with Killmonger right now, man. There's a lot of variants. There's a lot of things with him that are going. Not a character that you see on a lot of characters. So, or on a lot of covers. So, you know, definitely a book I would be on the lookout for. What's going on, Paul, man? Thanks for joining us.
I also feel that Marvel really, like, Chadwick was, you know, he was a beloved, like, person. So I think they're going to do everything correct, right? I think there's enough time, and I think people have said enough that it's cool to move on and honor him that way. Just saying.
RP, I could not disagree with you, sir. That is definitely, smart. Sex Panther by Odeon. It's legal in 9 countries. Yep, it's made with bits of real.
Smells like Bigfoot.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Ultra. So if you guys don't know, there was the decal Killmonger. I think it's number 2 variant. Our good friend here in the Newbie verse, Mel V from Drunken Chat, actually sold one yesterday, and I believe it went for $535 US. And if you've never seen this book, it's probably for a reason. If you've never seen this book, I suggest you Google it or ask Mel to take a picture for you or go on his Instagram. It is a beautiful cover, man. It is a beautiful cover. And if he shows up again, it's only going to go up, man. But it is a dope book. I don't know. I think it was for me, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Killmonger fan. So like that kind of price point is like another book I really want price. So, but definitely whoever won that has got a beauty book. So yeah. Everybody's sitting on Riri books, it seems. Yeah. And people are gonna like get so much FOMO after that, man. Color Rub notorious on them due to the back. Yes, that's another thing too that Mel was actually explaining to me. That book is also hard to get in 9.8 simply because the Color Rub. So yeah, and there's not many on eBay too. I remember Mel challenged everybody yesterday on Whatnot to go and look on eBay before he actually started the bidding. So I am keeping all my Riri right now. Yes. Yeah. I actually had some guy today at the show. He was under the impression Invincible Iron Man 1 with the Ironheart was Riri Williams' first appearance. And I was like, no. So, yeah, we'll see. All right. Big book. Biggest news of the week is probably, Nova is officially coming to the MCU. Moon Knight writer attached. So if we like how Moon Knight is with the script, we're probably going to like Nova, but Nova is finally coming. If you didn't know that, you probably have been living under a shell, or you were just coming back from a Tesla, SpaceX portal from Mars, because everybody has been posting anything and everything Nova and Sam Alexander. Now, while it hasn't been confirmed that Sam Alexander is coming or anything to do with Sam, people were still jumping, right? I know Comic Dude was going crazy. I know Mr. BC, they love Nova. Mr. Comic Knight Sandy, big Nova fan.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy likes Nova.
I know Universe X is a big Nova fan. Like there's a lot of people who are Nova fans, and everybody was posting their books, but man, Are you excited? Like, are you? It's going to be a show. It's going to be a show, right? It's not a movie. It's supposedly going to be a show. How do you feel about this? And I know you can't answer this right now because we haven't seen Moon Knight. We still got to wait 2 more days or 2.5 days. But the writer is on there from what we've already seen from Moon Knight. I mean, if they took that and did it cosmic with Nova, I'd be pretty happy, man. I'm excited.
There's so many different factors when it comes to making a really good show, like writing for sure, but like even when it comes down to editing, like you can make or break a show by a really good editor. So, there's a whole bunch of people that it takes to make a really good show. But I'm super stoked about this for sure. I think it's like this is definitely not a one and done. I think we're just setting it up. There's a lot to get, a lot of information to get through, so it makes sense to do in a bigger, larger format. Like, who are we gonna get? Sam? Are we gonna get Dick? Like, it's just there's just too much to kind of get through. So they have to.
We could get both, right?
I think he did. Kevin Feige did allude to the fact that we're gonna get multiple Novas.
Yeah.
I think for sure we're gonna have to get a version of Richard Rider, just because that's the historical part. And then however it moves forward into Sam Alexander, that whole, formation of another team that we know about, etc. So I'm super excited.
And sorry, Hard Knocks. To clarify, I kind of jumped the gun there. So it is not confirmed that it's a show or a movie yet. They have not decided. So it's something to be on the lookout for. But again, regardless, I mean, everybody was posting their Novas this week. I mean, everybody and anybody was just posting Nova this, Nova that. So yeah, it's exciting, but definitely happy.
Nova,
yeah, there you go, man.
Nova.
Definitely happy for people that I know are hardcore Nova fans and have been waiting for this, because it is, everybody wants to see their character do well, and everybody wants to see their character on a show or a movie, right? So it's interesting. I'm interested to see how it plays. Maybe they reference him in Thor, which comes out, I believe, in July or early August. So we'll see. But yeah, man, this is huge news, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, all the cosmic stuff that's going to be attached to this. So
huge,
right?
Huge.
Yeah.
All right. So at the beginning of the show, before we got into the comic news, I said that there was huge news that had just happened 2 hours ago, maybe an hour and a half ago. Actually, no, it would be 2 hours because we've already been going for an hour, right? But guys, if you do not know what is going on right now on Whatnot, and I'm not trying to plug Whatnot right now, but Whatnot 9.8 Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales, that variant, that Italian variant, the only variant to it. Yeah, I can never pronounce the name. Sold for $30,000 US 2 hours ago. That is insane. Like, insane. That's crazy. That's a Tesla. That's putting like 15 kids in college for a year or a semester. I don't know. I don't know what semesters go for, but dude, that is insane. The fact that this book is going there. Now, here's the other part too. In different platforms when we're talking about like price points and stuff, nobody uses the Whatnot stuff. So like, it's going to be, I don't know, with this Whatnot and with.
Do you know who sold it?
What's that?
Do you know the seller?
I think it was Frankie's Comics that was doing it. They had they had a big one, but like just the fact that these prices aren't put into like, say, GPA or like when you start talking, because Ozzy, like today, right? You heard it all day, like, oh, what did the last one sell on GPA, or what did the last one sell on that? And it's like that's how people do business, right? And I'm afraid maybe it's not going to show like these numbers, but this is crazy. 30,000 first appearance of Miles Morales, 9.8 in that variant. This is just crazy, because if it's already at 30,000, I mean, what happens if he shows up?
I have a book.
I don't want to bring that, but like, what happens if he shows up 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now? That $30,000 book is like pretty fucking pricey, but a 9.8 in that book for 30,000. I mean, you could essentially get AF-15 for that price.
So you mean this book?
Whoa.
Your face. No.
Whoa, do you have it? No, that's not it.
No, that's the Mayhew.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm
Bear.
like, whoa,
I just wanted to get you for a second.
yeah. But Ozzy, if you think about it, a 0.5, I think, or maybe a 1.0 in AF-15 is 30,000. So which
Yeah.
book would you rather have? Would you rather have the Miles
Oh,
book or would you rather have AF-15?
A15. But yeah, like that UF4 variant has always been hot. It has always been astronomically priced. So I'm not surprised that it sold, but I would rather have an AF15 for sure, all day long.
Last summer, I remember when that book sold for, I think it was 20,000, and people were like they're like, that's the ceiling. That's the ceiling. We are literally what, like maybe 10 months removed, 9, 10 months removed, and it's already gone up 10 grand, $1,000 a month. Basically, it's gone up since
Yeah,
then.
those books, there's certain books that really haven't seen a price correction. There's a lot that have, but there's a few that have never seen a price correction. So, yeah.
One thing about that, newbie, I don't know if I should have somebody in the comic book community kick my butt. What? One thing about that, newbie. I don't know, Serge. I don't understand. 30,000. Let's take a minute to understand this. Yeah, but
Like, is
Rock,
this going to be
right,
what's it going to be next year? Do you think that that's going to hold its value?
Well, that's the thing, right? So, like, what if we get like, and again, I don't work for Marvel or Sony or anything, but like, okay, Doctor Strange, right? May 6th. What if they make another reference to like a black Spider-Man, like they did in the last Spider-Man movie, or they say something like, "Hey, Miles," or something, right? The
Mm-hmm.
book is going to jump. But what I'm saying is, what happens? Because now I'm actually scared because I said that it would never pass AF-15, which I still don't. But like 30,000 for this book, it is a variant. There's less of them, obviously. But like, what happens when this character comes? Like, does it double? Does it go to 60,000? Does it go to 100,000? Like, because now we're getting into some crazy prices. So I'm a little scared, man. But what are your thoughts, man?
I'm just going to look it up just to see what the last. You actually said a very important thing. These new platforms that are out, like Whatnot, and all the auction houses. I'm
Yeah.
not sure the auction houses, but where does this data go? Like GP only pulls data usually from like eBay sales,
Yeah,
and stuff like that. I don't know if these sales are getting recorded, right? And there's a lot of books being moved. So my thing with this UF4 book, like, is it going to hold its value? That's the only thing. Like, you have to be a pretty confident buyer to put down 30K on a 9.8, knowing that's a pure investment. That I don't think that's you're a fan of Miles buy.
yeah.
In my opinion, that's an investment buy.
You know what I always have in the back of my mind with some stuff though, man, and it happens with any book, a dollar book, not necessarily a dollar book, because I'm like, oh, if I lost, it's $1, right? But like, I always have, and I wasn't part of this because I'm only 33, so I wasn't a part of this craze, and my family doesn't have any. We haven't collected. I don't know anything about them, but Beanie Babies. I always have that in the back of my mind when it comes to
Right.
to seriously putting some money down. Now I work with somebody whose parents, so she I think is like 45, her parents are like in their 60s or whatever. They actually went super deep in Beanie Babies back in the day. Like they
Yeah.
lost pretty much everything.
No.
Yeah, because they literally bought like some, I don't know, like 3 Beanie Babies that were worth like thousands of dollars at the time or something. I don't know. But it didn't work out for them. And that's sometimes what I think. Now, I'm not saying Miles is going to be a horrible pick. It's a great pick to invest in, but I mean, I don't know if I would put down 30,000 right now. Like I'd rather drive in a Tesla. That's just me.
I'm sorry. If you just keep filling, I'm going to look it up, the last sale.
On
Yeah.
shoot, what is it? Cover thing. Now, a lot of questions. A lot of people in the chats are saying, if 20 wasn't the ceiling back in the summer and it's now at 30, what is the ceiling, right? And I don't think we would know because the character hasn't even shown up yet. We've only had references to it, so we all know what happens when a character actually does show up, right? It usually doubles. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a $60,000 book, but does it have the potential to?
28,000.
Yeah.
28,000 was the last sale here.
So up 2,000.
28,000 on November 21st.
Damn, man.
November 21st, there was a sale of 28,000. So that 30K is not surprising then. If it has been sold, it went from 19 to 28, and now it's 30. So yeah, like, I don't know.
Ozzy, would you bet 30,000 on Miles Morales?
No, I would bet 30,000 on a comic for sure. I have that faith, but I would pick and choose what I'm investing in. I think you can find the right investment for sure if you want to park 30K and make some money maybe a year down the road. But yeah, I would be too hesitant for UF4 variants. Yeah,
I'd be a little scared, man.
I think a lot of people would be hesitant, but there's somebody out there that was confident.
And you know, that's the other thing too, right? And we all sometimes live in just our own bubbles and things like that. But like, man, there are so many people with just money that means, you know, nothing. They just have money, you know, like
I'd be interested to see who. I would be interested to see who bought that.
Yeah,
like if it was an investment firm, if it was like investment group, if it was an individual, if it was just a fan of Miles, because it's not like, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's a fan of Miles, but I think it's some sort of investment.
So Justin Nemes Prime, he sent me the video of like the sale, right? Because like I was eating dinner. I don't know where I was.
They just went on like today.
Yeah, so. And the guy that actually won, his handle is winning this UF4. So like obviously it was a Miles fan. It wasn't a law firm or anything like. I mean, it could be, but like, yeah, man. Clearly he wanted the book and he got it. So yeah, good for him. 30K, man. Damn. Dan, the last previous record was 28,000. So
just looked it up in
$2,000. Yeah. Justin saying I thought it was a troll for a while. Yeah. I think I saw some of the comments in that video where they're like, oh, if the troll.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I've heard of a lot of big sales that they just never get paid.
Hopefully it's true. Somebody in the comments did say that Frankie's did get paid. So
okay.
You know, yeah, it is what it is. Ozzy, let's stick to Whatnot for a minute just before we close out here.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys go check out my Instagram tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I've got my first Whatnot sale. I will be posting a new video of the books that are on sale. Hopefully you guys come and support, but make sure you guys go check out, you know, come chill, come hang. It is my first time. I haven't said that in a while, but definitely go check it out. Whatnot, the handle is right here, and hopefully it opens up to more Canadians. So let's make this thing work, because I want to see my guy Ozzy. I want to see BC. I want to see Comic Night. I want to see a lot of Canadians kind of use this platform. So let's make it work. As for me, we'll be back on Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time with our good friend Ryan from Automatic Comics. Ozzy, what do you got coming up, man? Let the people know what's going on in your side of the world.
In my side of Toronto, we have our weekly show with my good friend Actual Dracula, Comic Picks in 416 on Wednesday, dropping another Collection Chronicles this week. And I'm just finishing editing inside the YouTube studio with Ian from Newbie Comics. So that's dropping this week. There may be, we haven't confirmed it, there may be something happening Thursday with Swagga House. I'm not 100% sure, but everybody keep your, you know, I'll be posting, we'll be posting. So there may be something happening Thursday. Yeah. So
perfect. Guys, also, because I did have this conversation, sorry to bring it up, but if you are in the US, you can still buy from Canadian Whatnot. It's not going to affect you in any other way. It's going to be run the same way. That is what they told me to say. So that's just what it is. So you can buy without, you know, fearing that it's going to be $200 for shipping or anything additional. It's still going to be run the same. So make sure you guys come out, come hang. So tomorrow from 6 to 7, I'm only going to be going for about 45 to 60 minutes. And then, you know, I'll be doing it weekly, but, you know, first show, a lot of prep work to do. So we're just going to go 45 minutes. Plus, don't forget, guys, Comic Kingpins start at 7 p.m. So I don't want to step on their toes. I don't want to get them mad, because there's 5 of them. There's only 1 of me. So let's make sure that we do this. Whatnot, Newbie, 6 to 7 tomorrow. And then we all jump into the Comic Kingpins 7 to 9. All right, guys. That is the show. Any last words, Ozzy?
No, that's it, man. It was a fun day. That's it.
Beauty.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Happy Sunday.
Later.
Remember, Nova's coming. 30,000 Ultimate followed for. Make sure you guys go get that Eastman Ninja Turtles. All right, guys.
Yeah.
That's it.